The next question is that what is the difference between latch versus flip flop, right? So to write these differences between latch versus flip flop, first we need to understand what is the difference between the synchronous sequential circuit versus the asynchronous sequential circuit. If you remember that, then we can write the easily differences between the latch and flip flop. So please try to watch the previous video, right? So just one point to be remember is latch is the example for the asynchronous sequential circuit. Flip flop is example for what? Synchronous sequential circuit, right? So the first point is completed. So in asynchronous sequential circuit, we don't have the clock pulse, right? So this is the no clock pulse. Here synchronous means we have the clock pulse. Here memory element will be controlled by the clock signal value, right? So it is see that it is asynchronous device, it is synchronous device. It does not require any clock signal. Here it requires the clock signal, right? Then one more point is that to be remember is that a latch is level sensitive, a flip flop is the edge sensitive. What is the meaning of level sensitive means? If you are taking the clock signal, clock is what? 0 1 0 0 1 0 continuous, right? If you are taking the output based on the 1 light high level, right? So this is what we called as the level trigger operation. Now what is the meaning of edge triggering means? Again we are taking the clock pulse only, but if you are calculating the output based on these edges, right? These are the called as the edges, right? So either positive edge or negative edge. This is called as the edge triggering. Remember that latch works based on the level triggering mechanism, flip flop works based on the edge triggering mechanism, right? First point is that latch is the example for asynchronous sequential circuit. Second point is no clock pulse is required. Latch works based on the level triggering mechanism, means that level 1 or level 0. So flip flop first point, it is the synchronous device. The second point is that it works based on the clock pulse, and third point is that it works based on the edge triggering clock pulse, right? So if you write these things, then sufficient, right? So for the differences between the latch and flip flop, right? Then one more thing what we discuss, latch is asynchronous means asynchronous are the much faster because no control. So here latch is example for synchronous, right? Flip flop is example for synchronous, right? These are the slower compared to what? Latch, right? So one more point if you want to write here, no clock, that is already completed, right? So these are the point to be written in the exam point of view. First point, asynchronous, no clock pulse, faster compared to the synchronous, which works based on the level triggering mechanism. In flip flops, it is synchronous device which works based on the clock pulse, which is slower compared to the asynchronous. Why? Here it is controlled by the memory element is controlled by the clock signal, so that depends upon the clock signal only you will be getting the output, so that it is slower compared to the asynchronous or latch. Now final point, it will work based on the edge triggering. Edge triggering means either positive edge or negative edge. That's it.